Good morning, Pandora. Happy New Year. Oh, hold on. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
How are you?
Well, I have to tell you, I'm sitting here in my pajamas and I was on Facebook with my coffee because I got up like half hour ago and I happened to look down and see that it was 9 o'clock and it's like, you know what? I'm going to go to class because I'm determined to do at least 2 hours of practice today. And
good for you. That's awesome. That is,
yay! I know. Did you have a nice Christmas and New Year's?
I did. Yes.
Good.
How was yours?
Very nice.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Yes, we ended up getting my husband got the flu I think it was Christmas night. And then I got the flu, but a different flu. I got the stomach flu last Thursday night. So,
Jill,
I know it lasted. I mean, we really, today is the first day I feel like normal, even yesterday still was like, touch and go,
Yeah.
So you guys have been healthy, your family?
Yeah. I mean, a few weeks ago, we all kind of got a cold and I'm still like congested in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, knock on laminate, whatever this desk is made of.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There you go. Well, that's good that you guys got over it and you're okay now,
Yeah.
So
well, the big thing in our family right now, at least, especially with my daughter too, is The Greatest Showman, the movie.
Yes. Did you guys go see it?
She's seen it 4 times now. I've seen it twice, and I'm going to go see it again Thursday night. And have you seen it?
No.
Oh, it's so good, Jill. It's so good. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen the previews, but
yeah, it's really good. It's a musical.
Yeah.
Oh, and the music is just it's stuck in my head right now as we're speaking. So
wow. Oh, that is we'll have to go see it.
Yeah. I'll go with you.
Okay, there you go. Because I don't know if my husband would. I don't know if he would, although he did drama in high school, so you would think that he would.
Maybe. And then we went last Saturday morning with Rick and Adam, our son, and they both loved it.
Okay. Wow, so it must be really good.
Yeah, it is. It's very good.
For your whole family. It's hard to find things that the whole family likes,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to go see it. That's good to know.
So good.
We have some friends that told us there's another good one it's actually at the Temecula, playing at Temecula. And it's based on a book. Gosh, I can't think of the name of it now, but it's about a couple on the brink of divorce, but then they start volunteering at a homeless shelter and they meet this man. And it's based on a book. So anyway.
I'm wondering if that's one of the ones that I'm thinking of.
It's something like the differences. I don't know. It has like a catch to it. The differences that we have, and then something else.
That sounds good.
It was amazing. Yes.
Okay. Oh, and good. The Temecula Theater.
Yeah, and there you go.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Have you gone to the new theater in Marietta with the new renovation?
That's where we saw it Saturday.
Okay.
They're still renovating.
Oh.
So they're giving free popcorn during renovation.
Oh my!
And they're recliners. So yeah, it's that's the first time I've ever been to a theater with the recliners and all that. Now, we had to sit in the front row. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to do that necessarily again.
Right.
But it was nice. And yeah, free popcorn. I mean, that's saving you like what, $10 alone?
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I'll have to definitely tell my husband because he loves popcorn.
Oh yeah. And it's not bad. It's good popcorn.
Oh yeah. He's even gone to the movies just to go get the popcorn to come home and watch a movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, movie theater popcorn.
Like, really? Oh my
That's
God.
funny. A ticket, sir? I don't want to see a movie here. I'm just here for the concession stand.
Yeah, I know. I
That's
told him,
funny.
oh, they're going to think you're crazy. You're going to walk in. I mean, he literally walked in to, well, he used to work by Tower Plaza, but he literally
Oh,
came home one day and he said, I went into the movies and bought popcorn and I brought it home. I was laughing. He's just,
that's funny.
I know. Because he's like, it doesn't taste the same at home.
It
When,
doesn't.
yeah.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. So I'm sure it's worse for you.
Yes. Who knows?
But yeah, but you go in there and it doesn't, even if you've had dinner or lunch, you go in there and you smell it and it just smells so good.
I know.
So
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
funny.
Well, I'll have to ask him if he doesn't want to go see it. I'll go see it with you.
Okay.
I'd love to see it.
Because I'll see it again. It's just
Okay.
so you
Wow.
will love it. You will love it. I can tell you that right now. And then you can determine whether or not Paul would like it or not.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I wouldn't even think that would be something he would want to see. So, yeah, definitely we should go see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a date.
All right. Sounds good.
We'll do that.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started.
Okay. I haven't been on my machine in like 2 weeks.
That's okay.
It's been a while since.
Yeah, and I'm sure you
busy.
and everyone else. It's been,
Yeah.
I know people have been I had to cancel class Friday because I was so sick. I couldn't.
That's right.
Yeah, and so I think a lot of people have been busy and on trips and
Yeah.
between that and getting sick and so I know everybody's in that same boat.
And it's been a year now.
Wow. You know what? It's kind of nice, don't you think? Just to kind of go, okay, it's been a year now. We can just kind of
move on. I started to type something yesterday in the Sage group on Facebook. And I got about halfway through what I wanted to say. And then it went away or something happened and said, you're not logged in or something. And it's like, really? Okay. And then, I forget everything that I said. And so I just didn't do it. But
so you wanted to post something and I think that's great.
Yeah.
So, I think it's
anyway.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right. It's a new year.
I can't believe it's been a year though. In a way it seems like it's been forever, but
yeah.
in a sense it's like, wow, that happened.
Yep.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Moving on.
Yeah. And I don't know if you know this, but I found out through a theory student that called me because I hadn't checked my email yet. So yeah, that was
about the closing.
That whole thing. Yeah.
Yep. Wow.
So all right. Well, here we go. Ready?
Lay it on me, String Bean.
All right, here we go. Feet, front, covered, kept, absolutely. You do slutely.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for absolute, slut.
Trying to think of where my letters are here.
Oh, okay. Common, bot, everybody, required, nature, places, sleep, minutes, surprised, package, appear, kid, brain, files, filed, knowledge, peace, baby, eyes, education, shipments, locate, funny, division, floor, adjustment, increase, gives, running, ground. All right. Now I have some proper names. These are all proper names. Here we go. Hart, Joan, Cleo, Troy, Fred, Dale, Tony, Lena, Lana, Mike, Mary, Greg, John, Gail, Matt, Andy, Dean, Rudy, Ella, Jody, Jeff, Etta, Lisa, Lois, Carl, Bart, Carrie, Blair, Glenn, Claire, Jack, Judy, Jean, Betsy, Mark, Anne, Eric, Katie, Sally, Opal, Gary, Rose, Clark, Craig, Bryce, Brian. All right. Now my next drill is joining words with or. Okay, here we go. Now the first one is in or out. The brief for that is N-O-U-T, nout.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
N-O-U-T,
okay.
nout. And then we have black and white, B-L-A-T. Or no, I'm sorry, that's black or white. I was thinking black and white. It's black or white, so never mind.
Oh,
I was thinking when I saw black and white, I was thinking but it's black or white. So scratch.
could that be blort?
Yep, you could do that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Just use the O-R or the O instead of the A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the O-R, blort. Yep, you totally could do that. Yep.
Because blort's not a word.
Nope. Nope. Absolutely.
I suppose it could be.
You totally could do that.
To describe a sound or something, but anyway.
All right, here we go. In or out? Back or front? Tall or short? Monday or Tuesday? Door or window? Home or office? Fly or drive? Old or new? Man or woman? Coat or jacket? Forward or backward? Good or bad? Yours or mine? Red or blue? Rent or buy? Morning or light? Nope, let me say that again. Morning or night?
I was going to say. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Bedroom or den? Train or plane? Car or van? Boy or girl? Dark or light? Eat or drink? Top or bottom? First or second? Pass or fail? Up or down? June or July? Day or night? Cash or check? Mother or father? Cat or dog? Black or white? Blort. Small or large? Adult or child? Doctor or lawyer? Fast or slow? Win or lose? Judge or jury? Male or female? Sit or stand? Write or call? Hotel or motel? Couch or chair? Walk or run? Inside or outside? Now, inside, do you do NZ? Outside, OZ?
No, but I could.
Yeah, those are good briefs. For inside, I do NZ. Outside, I do OZ.
I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, those are.
Sorry, NZ for inside?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Oz for outside.
Okay.
Those are good. All right. So let's move on to final consonants using final RM, final RG, and then it says RGZ and RMZ. All right, here we go. The amount on the form was staggering. We lost our bearings on the farm. We were starting at the, let me say that again. I'm looking around here too much. We were staring at the swarm of bees. The terms of the job were boring. A daring man determines his future. If the earrings alarm you, hide. He was swearing while he was shearing. I am aspiring to own a worm farm.
To each their own.
I always wonder, like, who comes up with these sentences, you know? You have to be pretty clever. Do you affirm they are acquiring it? The paper was adhering to the warm wall. No harm will come from her adoring you. I was admiring your form. Alarms were sounded by the stammering boy. You determine who does the steering. She hurt her forearm out on the farm. The bugs came in swarms. She is starring in a great play. The storm washed away the berm. They were tearing the forms apart. All right. Moving on to names and addresses. There we go. Ms. Melissa G. Sprawls, Sprowles, Route 2, Box 275, Campbellsville, Kentucky, 42718. Ms. Kelly L. Walsh, WALSH, 623 Elm Street, Kearney, New Jersey, 07032. Miss Leonore R. Ryder, RYDER, 6725 North Smedley Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19126. Mr. Ken B. Johnson, JOHNSON, Augusta College, Box 1071, Rock Island, Illinois, 61201. Christine M. Witzel, WITZEL, 105 Malvern Court, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 27106. Mr. Henry F. Sanders, SANDERS, P.O. Box 129, San Francisco, California, 96305. Anne Rodriguez, RODRIGUEZ, Hardy County High School, 200 South Florida Avenue, Wauchula, Florida, 33873. Janie B. Garza, GARZA, 2123 South Oakland Street, Arlington, Virginia, 22504. Ms. Gabriella Spiller, SPILLER, 840 Patricia Avenue, San Mateo, California, 94501. All right.
So let me ask you.
Yes.
And I think it's obvious, but I don't think it makes a difference. But when you said the address 200, I could just put 2HUN, right? Because
yes.
It's still going to come out 200.
Yes, unless you have, let's see. unless you have it entered into your dictionary as TWO and then H, spelled out. But I mean,
Oh, I don't think so.
yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I don't think you could do
Yeah.
that if you wanted, but I don't. You know what I mean? I don't recommend it. But if you told your dictionary to do that, it would.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
no, but 200, and then and then you just put it in your dictionary as 200. Yep.
That's right. Because if you were saying like, well, even if you were saying 200 people, the majority of the time you're going to use numbers, right?
Yes.
You're not going to
Yes.
spell it out.
Right. Right.
Okay.
And I
Good.
only say that because I had a student once that entered all of her numbers as words. And then she asked me, why are they coming up as words? And I said, well, how did you enter it in your dictionary? She didn't realize that however she enters it is what's going to come up.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I guess she thought it's going to come up. It's still going to come up as numbers.
Right.
So in that case, there's not too many times where there's addresses like from 1 to 10. I think
Right.
one community up in Lake Elsinore. What is the name of that community? It's up on that high hill.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
You know what
about.
I'm talking about? They have low numbers. It's kind of weird. Like,
I've seen them. Yeah. Well, and even like in Europe, or we have my husband's cousin lives in Ladera Ranch, and their address is 5. That's it.
Yes.
So, but even if I use my number bar, it's going to come up as 5.
Right.
The number. So, I mean, unless I put FIV, it's going to come up as a number. So,
right. Exactly.
Can always, okay.
We've got some friends that live up there. God, what is the name of that
It's
place?
like Arbor Hills or Arter Hill or something like that. And the only reason why I know that is because you see the sign along the freeway and you go,
yeah.
Okay. And then there's like Sedco Hills or
Tuscany. Is it Tuscany Hills?
Oh, I don't know.
Tuscany
Could
Hills.
be.
I think it's Tuscany Hills.
Okay.
But yeah, so we've got we know one family that lives up there, and we get a Christmas card from them, and she puts, I can't remember, it's a really low number, and but I noticed she wrote out.
Oh, she writes it out.
Yeah, like I think it's 10, it's something, but she wrote out 10. I thought, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, but
how funny.
I know it is. It's interesting. So, all right. Ladera Ranch. Boy, that's sure a pretty location, huh?
Cha-ching.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, a place called Tuscany Hills doesn't sound very inexpensive either.
It's Elsinore, but boy, that's it's like a different world up there.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like Canyon Lake. Look at and so many people will insist, oh no, it's Canyon Lake. They don't want to be known as Lake Elsinore.
Yes. It's funny because my husband was raised in Canyon Lake, but that was in the 70s. And he said
nothing there.
Like a different world then. He said he said there was like 1 or 2 houses on every street.
Yeah.
It was not, and all the kids went to Lake Elsinore High. They didn't have the other high schools, and he just said it was just an average, it was like middle class. It wasn't, like that. So, you get $1 million homes on that lake. But he said when he was growing up, it wasn't. He said the kids rode little dirt bikes in the that were, vacant. And he said it was.
What a great childhood.
That's what I said. They would go fishing, and I always say, wow, if that would be great to live there someday. He's like, nope, it's too crowded and too overpriced, and
Yep.
Yeah, I know it's
got to get out of California.
I know. So okay, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and just go over some briefs, and I'll give you the sentences. Okay.
Okay.
Judgment, JMT. Initial J, final MT. Juror, JAOR. Jury, JIR. Lawyer, LAUR. Legal, L long EL. Leal. Loft, LAUFT, so it doesn't conflict with lost. Maximum, max. Member is mem, M-E-M. Mr. and Mrs., that's a good one. That's MR, or initial MR, final RS.
Oh, I do final RZ, I think,
Oh, okay.
for Mr. and Mrs. So, yeah.
Okay, so you do MR, final RZ. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good one too. Yeah, that works too. Neglect is NEG, and then negligence is NEJS. Negligent, they have NEGT. You know, that's kind of interesting because I write neglect out, and then negligent, I write it as NEJ. How do you write negligent?
I think I do NEGT.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's how it was in our books.
Okay. All right. So that's probably okay. So then you can write neglect as NEG.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then negligence, NEJS. That's right. Okay.
I think negligence. I don't think I did it as NEJS though. I want to say that maybe I did NEGS. I don't remember. I'd have to look.
GS. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that works too. That doesn't conflict. All right. And then we have negligently. So it's just NEJ. Come back for LAE or L long E, whatever. Old school people like to do the long E, but newer theory just come back for AE.
Yeah. That's how you always
and that's
taught
like
us. So
and then we have neighbor and long AB, neighborhood and long ABD, no ma'am, NOM, no sir, NOR, notice, initial N, final TS. O is long O, RBGS. Okay, just okay. Not long O, or it'd be oak.
Right.
Okay. And then opinionated, well, opinion is PN, and then opinionated is PN, come back for long AT, come back for D.
Yep.
Okay. Photograph, phof.
Long O?
Yes. Yep. Physical is, they have it as FIS, but I know some people like FIZ.
I think, let me look at my thing here.
And then I know physician, I write physician as FIZ.
That must be what I do. I think I have, oh, hang on, let me close this. It's confusing me. Yeah, my FIS is physical and my FIZ is, I've got physical for FIZ too. But I know that I have, wait a minute.
Now.
Physician I have is FIGS.
Okay. And it's funny you say that because they have it as F final GS without the I.
Okay.
But then I do it as FIZ. So there's like 3 or 4 different ways to do it.
Sure.
Yeah. Yep.
It all depends on how you're going to remember it, you know.
Yep. That's right. So the way
But I think I would do physical as FIZ because I think of the Z physical. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense because you hear the Z.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, and then we have plaintiff, PLF. Prepare, PR long EP, preep.
Really? I think I do PRAER for prepare.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, nope, that's coming up as practitioner. I could have sworn. Oh, maybe, no, that's prayer. PR long E. Oh. Okay, I'll have to figure it out.
Do you have anything for PR long EP, preep?
PR long EP, let me see. Oh, look, that's coming up as prepare.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Hey, that's why we're doing these, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I know it's funny when I always think it's funny, like if I write something and I don't even realize, like, oh wow, I didn't even realize that was a brief, but on the other hand I used it, so obviously sometimes I think my it's like the muscle memory knows better than our brain or something.
Yep.
It's so funny. Okay, then we have presence, PRENS, previous, PR long EV, prev. Now, previously is PR long EFL. So you drop the B and just add the, do the FL, because it's too hard to do the, the this and that, that's, or you know what I mean? That's like
I probably would have just done it as 3 strokes or 2 strokes. Just do PR long EV and then come back for LAE, but
try
that's
that.
good.
PR long EFL for previously.
Yeah.
It's kind of like specifically SPEFL,
Yep. It came up. It came up as previously.
Oh, good.
So
yeah, I love that one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good one. And then we have principal, PRIN, probable, PROBL, quarter, KWAUR, result, RULT. Okay, now I'll redo the sentences. Here we go. The judgment was for the defendant. I am juror number 5. Face the jury. Who wants to be a lawyer? Joan entered the legal office. I want to live in a loft. This is the maximum amount you can have. She is a member of a cult. Here comes Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Do not neglect your pets. She went to jail for negligence. He is so negligent when he drives. He drove negligently and crashed. Fred is my neighbor. This is a great neighborhood. No, ma'am, I won't bite. No, sir, I didn't like him. Until further notice, the class is over. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I can do this. He is so opinionated. Look at this photograph, please. Physical science is dull. My mom's physician is Dr. Wu. He is the plaintiff in this case. Here is how to prepare the steak. His presence is known. Joe was the previous tenant. It is just the principle of the matter. We needed probable cause. It was the 3rd quarter. All right. Now we'll move into jury charge. How were those? Did you do okay? Good. Very good.
Felt good.
Good. That's a whole packet, so we'll just keep going through that, page by page. All right, so we'll go ahead and do some jury charge, and the subject is duress. So let's see, you're going to hear instrument, which you can write as STRUMT. And you're going to hear threatened, revolver. You know, you can use the brief, but you just have to make sure you don't get revolver and recover mixed up. Revolver, I do ROFer, and then recover, I do REFer. But I know some people do the flips, you know, they flip that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you do, just don't mix the two up. So I don't know if you have that in your dictionary. Like
I don't think so.
Revolver and recover.
I don't think I've ever heard revolver yet.
Okay. Let's see here. You're going to hear negotiable.
Wouldn't that just be
Gauche.
Yeah. Gauche and come back for BL, maybe?
Yep, exactly. And then you're going to hear promissory note.
Prom note.
There you go. Yeah, that saves a lot of strokes. You're going to hear burden of proof.
I can't remember what that is.
That's the old school is BURP, but it conflicts with burp. So the new way is BRP, leaving out the U. Initial B, final RP.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember how I have it in my briefs book. I want to say that I don't remember. Anyway.
Yeah, both ways. Some people do it, and then you just have to. If you do it burp, you would have to just flag burp. That doesn't come up very often, so I still write it old school way. And then let's see. You're going to hear verdict is verd. You're going to hear on the other hand. That's a really good one. OEND. Love that one. Unlawful. Let's see. And then you're going to hear coercion.
I think that could just be K long O R G S.
Yep. One stroke. And then, of course, duress. Okay, so we'll get started. I'm going to read this at 60 since, this is our first day back. Yeah. I'll do everybody a favor. Oh, all right, here we go. Plaintiff brings this action seeking to recover the sum of $50,000 and interest upon a written instrument or promise to pay this sum to plaintiff. The instrument is in evidence. Defendant admits that he made and signed this instrument, and as defense thereto alleges first that there was no consideration for the execution of the instrument in question. Second, defense alleges that the instrument in question was obtained from the defendant by duress, that plaintiff being armed with a revolver threatened to shoot and kill defendant if he did not sign the instrument. Because of such threats and in fear that plaintiff would carry out his threats, defendant was compelled to sign said instrument. The instrument sued upon in this action is a written promise to pay money. It is not a negotiable promissory note and does not carry with it the same presumptions as a negotiable instrument. Such a written promise to pay, if it is found to have been given for a valuable consideration, is valid and enforceable in law unless some valid defense thereto is shown. The first defense set out by the defendant is that there was no consideration for this note or instrument. A valuable consideration may be any advantage or benefit to the person making the promise, or any detriment or injury to the other party. A promise by one person to pay money to another cannot be enforced unless such promise is given for some valuable consideration. It is for you to determine from the evidence in the case whether or not any valuable consideration was given to this defendant for this instrument. If you find from the evidence that the instrument was not given for any valuable consideration, then the plaintiff cannot recover, and your verdict should be in defendant's favor. The second defense set out is that this instrument was obtained under duress. Duress may be defined as the coercion of one person by another by means of bodily restraint, threats of serious injury, pressure, or constraint to such extent as to virtually take away the free agency of the person threatened and compel him to go against his will and destroy his power of refusing to comply with the unlawful demands of another. Duress is a species of fraud in which compulsion in some form is the means employed. A note or contract obtained by duress cannot be enforced in an action of this kind. The burden of proof rests upon the defendant on each of these two defenses to prove the same by a preponderance of the evidence. That is, by a greater weight of the evidence. Now, if you find from the evidence under the rules given you that this written instrument was given for a valuable consideration and is going to show that it was not obtained by duress, then you should find a verdict in favor of the plaintiff for the amount claimed plus interest. On the other hand, if you find from the evidence under the rules given you that there was no consideration given for this instrument, or if you find from the evidence that this instrument was obtained from the defendant by defense and duress, then either such case you will find a verdict in the defense favor of no cause of action. All right. No cause of action. Do you write that as NAUX?
Actually, I didn't even know about that. I knew cause of action. I think I write as KAUX.
Yep, that's right. Cause of action is just KAUX, and then no cause of action is NAUX. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I should have given you that one too. All right. Very good. It's funny because when I read on the other hand, I had to really slow down because, you know, I have to, like with the phrases, I have to speed up so you know it's there and you can phrase it. But then I have to slow way down so that, you know, it's like the time, you know what I mean? That it's still ticking and it sounds like it's really slow, but it's because there were a bunch of phrases all together, which is nice because it kind of gives you a little breather, you know?
Yeah.
So I know, I love phrases. All right. So I'm going to give you some literary. This is called A Witness Testifies. And then we'll go on to Q&A. Now I'll pick this up to 80. Okay.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Oh, you're going to hear sobriety test. Let's see. He says drunker, blood test, Officer Rose, handcuffed, which is HAUF, and then handcuffed is, you know, adding the D.
Mm-hmm.
Brutal. Let's see here. I gave you blood test, cooperate, pretended, flunk. All right, that's about it. Oh, responsible, SPONL. All right, here we go. I didn't pass the sobriety test, but I didn't try too hard to pass it because I thought that by acting like I was drunker than I was, it would make me not responsible for what had happened. I know now that was a really dumb thing to think at the time, but something went through my head telling me to act like I was really drunk. I thought, I'm not responsible for this because I'm not in control. So I pretended I was drunker than I was. And I tried to flunk the sobriety test on purpose. I found out later that that was a really stupid thing to do. I was talking with Officer Rose, and I told him I wanted to cooperate because I was really sorry for what happened. I wanted to cooperate 100%, and I kept telling him that. They took me to the station, police station, and they were going to take a test. I said, "What do you think is best?" They said a blood test would be best. So I took a blood test. Officer Rose was very friendly. He tried to calm me down, and I told him where I had been drinking. I told him everything that happened. Well, actually, he didn't do anything to calm me down, but he wasn't brutal to me or anything. He handcuffed me and put me in the front seat, which isn't normal. Usually they throw you in the back seat, I think. He just talked with me on a man-to-man level. We were just talking about the accident, and I told him how bad I felt. He was saying how unfortunate it was and everything. It wasn't that he was being on my side. After all, he was taking me to jail. But I think he appreciated my cooperation. Then, when I got to the jail, they took away all my personal things. They took my cell phone and my wallet and everything. They made me sign a paper that listed them all. That's kind of odd that he got to sit in the front seat with the
Yeah.
officer.
Officer Rose.
Officer Rose. All right. We'll go ahead and jump into Q&A. All righty.
You need to start giving me homework to turn in.
All right. I will.
I'm serious.
I will. I'll bug you. I will.
Say you want it turned in and let me turn it into you.
Yep. You turn it in and I'll grade it. I do that for a lot of students. I grade it and I send it back, and then they know where they stand in that speed, you know?
Yeah, not just tests, but I'm trying to remember what we always did, like the theory things 3 times, and
Yep.
yeah.
We so we
And
just
highlighted.
Yeah, I've been recording theory classes, so we're getting ready to launch that.
I know. You know what? I'm probably going to do them. I mean,
it would be awesome.
It's good practice.
It is. It really. It's just going to reinforce your theory.
Yeah. You know? Which you got to do anyway.
Yep.
So
that's right. I think it's awesome.
You're awesome, Jill. So is Robert.
You're awesome.
No, you are. Oh my goodness, this is dusty.
Are you talking about your machine or your computer?
Yeah. Machine. Underneath the keys.
Hey, new year. It's a new year.
No, like underneath the keys, you know, where you never really clean anyway.
Yes.
So
I used to take Q-tips and go there and yes.
Huh. Okay.
I laughed one time at Sage. One of our students walked in, and it was like a Monday, and he said, "Oh, look what I did. I decided that my machine was boring, so I wanted to paint it, so I painted it red." And I was like, I mean, he totally painted his machine red.
Okay.
I know. That's what I said. I would be more worried that the paint would make the keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he just took spray painted.
Okay.
I know.
Alrighty then.
I know. And he was in upper speeds too, so you know, you would think that he was worried about having to sit out and having that kind of stand out as a sore thumb. But it's already 10:06. That's okay. If you don't mind, we'll go over a little bit.
I know, sorry. No. I don't mind as long as I'm just afraid about the poor people that watch the recordings, and you and I are just you know. So I hope you edit it or something.
We do. At the beginning, we do all of our talking, so I know Robert will start it until you know.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So that part's like.
Oh, good. Thank you, Robert.
I know.
Because Jill and I, we need to get together again.
I know, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So this is going to be, let's see, defense questioning. And you're going to hear, this is, I didn't, you know what? I'm going to pass on this one because this is our first day back.
No, come on. Let's jump in.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let's jump in.
All right.
It's the low speeds class.
All right. Okay.
I'm warmed up. I'll screw up, but that's okay.
Yeah, you can always go back. So let me at least give you a word list, okay?
Okay.
So you're going to hear diagnostic.
Never mind.
Diagnosis. Perforations.
You warned me.
Yes. Complications. Procedures. Okay, ready for this one? Mediastinitis. Mediastinitis. That means inflammation of the tissue in the mid-chest. Mediastinitis. And I can even spell that for you.
Astinitis.
Yep. Mediastinitis.
All right.
And that's MEDIA, media, but really it's mediastinitis. So MEDIASTINITIS. So the itis is at the,
Is that how it sounds longer?
Yeah. Mediastinitis.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to hear physician, general practitioner. I wish I had a brief for that. You could just do Gen Prac.
Yeah.
Standard responsibility, specialist, Dr. Horner, urgency, successive surgery, irrespective,
I don't want to do this anymore.
I know. You can always go back there, and I'll read it at 60. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Let's just go.
All right.
We're starting with defense. Okay.
Yep. Here we go. Dr. Smith, when a general practitioner or some other referring doctor who is not in your specialty refers a case to you, is there a certain relatively standard responsibility that is maintained between the referring physician and the specialist? Yes. The specialist assumes those duties that would fall within his specialty, generally speaking. Is that correct? Yes. And the referring physician may or may not follow the patient? Yes. If he follows the patient to a certain extent, there would be some teamwork between them. Is that correct? Correct. For example, the specialist might rely upon the referring physician to advise him of any unusual complications. Right. But as far as making the decisions on matters which fall within the specialty, that responsibility would be assumed by the specialist usually. Is that correct? Yes. Now, as far as this particular case is concerned, you assumed the responsibility of making the decision to perform the operation. Correct. And you made the decision to determine which of the diagnostic procedures would be done first, second, third, and so forth. Is that correct? Yes. You assumed the responsibility of ordering that patient's diet as it might be related to the procedure. Correct. And you assumed the responsibility of diagnosis of any mediastinitis. Is that correct? Yes. You assumed responsibility of diagnosing any perforations. Yes. You assumed the responsibility for ordering such additional x-rays or treatment which you felt necessary. Yes. And this would be true irrespective of who actually wrote the order sheet. Yes. You did rely upon Dr. Horner to advise you of any unusual complications that you felt you should know about. Is that correct? That is correct. And he did that? Yes. And you and Dr. Horner consulted frequently as far as this patient was concerned? Yes. Now, have you read the report of Dr. Horner? Yes, I have read it. When did you first read that report, doctor? Probably in May or June of this year. Did you agree with it as of the first time that you read it? Yes, I agreed with it. Now, in that report, he indicates, does he not, that it is possible that it will be necessary to have further surgery? Yes. Was it your recommendation that the further surgery be done? Not originally. Was it ever at any time your recommendation that a further surgery be performed? After reading Dr. Horner's report in May or June, and after getting the results of the further tests that we performed, I recommended additional surgery. Yes. Did you make any kind of a written report in which you concurred in the need for additional surgery? I don't remember whether I made out any kind of report. I know that I talked to Dr. Horner. Did you talk to him in person or on the telephone or email? Probably both. I know I discussed it over the phone, and we probably talked about it when we were at the hospital. He did indicate to me that there was an urgency regarding the successive surgery. All right, so we'll end with something a little bit easier.
Okay.
And I'll read this at 80. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I'll start at 80 and work my way to 100.
Okay.
All right. This is definitely easier though. All right. Here we go. This is also defense, but plaintiff jumps in, so that's good. Was he able to tell you whether the pole that was missing was 45 feet in length or say 50 feet in length? Yes. What did he tell you? He told me it was 45 feet in length approximately. Did you observe drag marks for yourself from the area where Mr. Rundell told you he last saw the metal pole? Yes. Did you follow those drag marks to the wash area? Yes. Was that near Oasis Road, as Mr. Miller told you? Yes. What did you observe? Isn't it true at Oasis Road you observed not a continuous drag mark? In other words, there wasn't a continuous drag mark through the wash. Is that fair to say? Without semantics, no. I misunderstood your question. If you could please rephrase the question. Is it true that you did not observe a continuous drag mark from the location where Mr. Rundell last saw the pole on Union Pacific property to Mr. Miller's residence? Yes. There was a break in the drag mark located at the wash near Oasis Road. Is that fair to say? Yes. What did you observe when you saw that wash area on Oasis Road? Did you observe random footprints and markings? What did you see in the ground? I saw tire tracks and drag marks. The drag marks were very obvious to me from the location at the railroad tracks through the dry wash towards Oasis Road. Then you eventually saw a drag mark pick up out of the wash leading to Mr. Miller's residence. Is that fair to say? I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? You observed a new drag mark leading from the wash near Oasis Road to Mr. Miller's residence. No, I wouldn't call it a new drag mark. No. What do you call it? An old drag mark? I would say, Your Honor, I'm going to object with regard to him answering that question without laying a foundation. No, you can examine him on this too. Overruled. Could you repeat the question? How would you describe the drag mark that you saw leading from the wash to Mr. Miller's residence? Broken and not there at times. Did Mr. Miller tell you exactly what time he found the pole in the wash area? I don't recall exactly. I believe it was daylight hours. Man, these guys, I got this transcript from my father-in-law. You know, he was an attorney. And I changed all the names. But these people tried to steal an Edison pole, and they took like a big truck and drug the pole. Like they didn't even get it up. They just, you know, like Edison had it on the ground. And they took the pole and drug it all the way to their property. And the drag marks go straight to their house. It's like, how smart is that? You know what I mean? And then the attorney asked him, well, what were you going to do with the pole? And he said, we were going to cut it up in pieces and sell it. I guess metal is worth a lot of money. I don't know. And sell the pieces, like the metal pieces. But it, you know, the drag marks lead right to their house. Really?
That's the kind of things that you read in the stupid criminal files.
I know, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, this has to be one of the, and then the guy that stole it, the defendant, he's trying to say, I didn't know that it belonged to Edison. I just found it out there and I thought it was somebody just dropped it off and nobody wanted it. So, and Edison's like, well, no, our stamp is on the pole. And, you know, I don't know. It's so crazy. It's like,
that's funny.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
So anyways, not
People
a good
are so stupid.
I know. So I was reading this marking it, you know, and changing the names going, oh my gosh, like this, I mean, the guy, what did he expect, you know? So anyway.
Too funny.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, can you come to class in the evening?
I should be able to because my husband took the car today, so it's not like I have to pick him up. It's at 5, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
We can have a little bit later dinner. So.
Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah.
It'll be mid-speed. So.
Yeah. Well, you know, I need that though.
Yeah, that's
good.
You need to push too. So.
I'll probably do some stuff. Maybe I'll just work on theory today. You know, in between classes.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's good. Yep. I'm going to be recording theory today. So
when does that start?
It's going to start soon. He wants to have so many lessons recorded before we launch. So I'm going to get a few done today. I'm going to try to get 3, 4, and 5 done. I think he wants 6 done. So up to.
So are you just going to go from the theory books that we used?
That's the thing is the students are going to have access to handouts. So we're pretty much redoing it. We're using it as a guide, but we're rewriting it.
Yeah. So, well, you have to, I think, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah. So we're kind of rewriting the sentences and so and it's all going to be handouts. It's not even going to be, it won't be a book.
Yeah.
The students can print out their handouts.
Right.
So it's kind of nice. They don't have to buy books.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yep. So that's why it's taken a little longer because we're having to rewrite each lesson.
Sure.
So
okay.
Yeah. And I have to think about it. Like when I'm writing the sentences, I'm like, wait, do they have that brief yet? No, they don't. So I can't use that word. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah. So okay. Well, I'll talk to you. I'll give you a call too because I want to talk to you about movie stuff too.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Sounds good, Jill.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye. Bye, everyone.
And everyone else who's in the class.
Yes, everyone else who watches the recorded class. Have a great day and evening.
Bye.
Bye.